guys. We're not on for long tonight, guys. It's just a couple of like maybe 10 to 15, 20 minutes. We're going to do a 20-minute live. And then I'm going to try and clean up my house. So, guys, I have had a conversation with a couple of people in the background, okay? And just where, like, basically where I want to take things. Now, I have a vision, okay? I have a vision that I 100% want to complete. And when I have a vision and I've set myself to do something, I get it done. Whether that's having to take a break, doing something that's better for me, or making myself feel better about myself. Um, I do try and do whatever I can do to put things in place. Now, I've had a lot of time to think about where I want to go, where I would see myself, where do I see myself, where do I see myself moving forward. And literally, it all boils down to when I've set my mind to do the podcasts. So I need to take a break, and it is hard. It's hard, honestly, because when you're addicted to something, it's hard to take yourself away from it. It's hard because a lot of people that you're around, like I've got a lot of people that are around me that obviously stream, and obviously I speak to behind the scenes. I'm like messaging that person, they're streaming, and messaging that person, they're streaming. So it's really hard for me. It has been really hard for me to just put down the live and not come on. Okay. Now I've had a talk tonight with a couple of people, okay? And I have got everything that I've set out to do. There's nothing that I haven't got. Now I need to see it like this. And it does get to the point where you think to yourself, it is sad because you shouldn't have to hide away, you shouldn't have to take yourself away, you should be able to just be happy, you should just be able to be kind, you should be able to just, not say things that you don't want to say. Well, to be honest, I would say that right now, I, I just can't help with whatever I'm going to say. So I'll just say anything. Do you know what I mean? And it's not healthy, is it? So there's lots of people that really do care about me. There's lots of people that don't want to see me, be doing anything that's serious or anything that's bad. And like I said, it is really addictive coming on here, right? It's only a couple of months out of my life, taken out of my life, just to get myself in the best presentable possible way so I can be a 10 all around. Now, I don't feel like a 10. I don't look like a 10. And I want to be able to feel good energy, honestly. And when I come on here, I'm trying to have the positive energy, but then things happen and I then become horrible again. So even if when I go get my teeth done, yeah, that's going to make me happy, but I still need to work on myself now before I have this life procedure and I am going on these podcasts. So the reality is, like everybody said to me tonight behind the scenes, this is not TikTokers either. This is different people. Some TikTokers, my really close friends and family members. I have got everything set out. Okay, the podcast, where I'm going, what I'm doing with myself, where I need to go moving forward. So why am I sat on here arguing and going back and forth with people? I can't do that. So I need to 100% come away till June and then make my return doing the podcast because I don't want to be around these people because I've realised the reality is if I keep if I keep being around like these kind of people, my mood's just going to keep down and down and down and down and down. But I have a chance to get the fuck out of this and do better, which I know I can do better. So if I just stick to my plan and say, I'm not coming online, you know, if somebody shares me live, don't go in the live, don't even press live, and leave it at that. That's going to make me feel a bit better, and I think I'm going to feel a bit more satisfied about where I'm going. If I remain and stay on, it's you fighting stupid. So these people will still be there when I return, and they'll still be there. The reality is, whereas I've got off and done the better, like how Angel's done when she's just got off and she's just doing the better for herself. She's just got off and she's just doing the better for herself. I know who I am. You just can get to a stage where you can get caught up, and it can be in anything. You can get caught up in friends, you can get caught up in your work, you can get caught up in your relationships. Life can just, you can just get caught with life. Life can be life in, and I think everything caught up with me. So I got overwhelmed. When I get overwhelmed, it's just too much. So I want to just take a break so I can relax, go to the sunbeds, think about Keisha, sort Keisha out, sort what I need to sort out, instead of like being around these same individuals that are just tearing constantly, tearing that person, tearing that person, tearing that person, tearing that person, and it becomes it's volatile. It's volatile, and I want better for myself. So if I can't help myself, because I can't, honestly, I can't even lie. I can't help myself. I cannot help myself but say something or react back to something, because I don't know, maybe I just need to work on myself, because if I can't control myself, then that's a problem. So obviously that's another thing as well what I've took into consideration. So I don't want you to think, oh my god, she's literally gone nuts. No, honestly, it's a wake. It's a, do you know when somebody speaks to you and it's not just one person, but there's lots of people, and there's not, it's a, you win a losing battle. Like, I can spend this time now every day from tomorrow going to the gym and just bettering myself, then going to where I'm going with Warrior, and then coming back doing the podcast, and not even being associated around them. Yeah, I'm going to drop the podcast. Once I drop the podcast, I would never need to come back to speak about them on the live. So I think it is the best thing. Honestly, it is going to be it is going to be hard. Because like I said, I'm going to text Warrior tonight as well and just say to her, I can come to yours. I can be behind the scenes, you know, supporting you as much as you need supporting. But life for me, till I go to sort myself out, is a no go. I can't be this angry. I can't be around these individuals anymore, because, like I said, it's low frequency, it's a low vibration, and it makes you feel not nice. It makes you want to say nasty things that make you like they try to bring out the worst in you, and you have to be very careful, because you could literally be very disgusting, and I don't want to waste my time with these individuals, if you get what I mean, when I've already got the plan of already outing them on the podcast. There's no point spending my time going back and forth now on a live when all that's set into place. It doesn't make sense. I might as well go off, get myself in the best best for him, best mindset, body wise, mentally focused, and do it that way because I want to create different content other than being around these people. And I have to see it now. I was around it last year with them, January, February, March, and April the 1st, I decide to say to myself, get the fuck away from these. So it's April, May, June, July, and I can put on 2 stone in 2 months. Work at the gym every day, and instead of coming live, go to the gym, go to the sauna, go to the scene, go to get you my sunbed, and just concentrate on the things that I need to do. I cannot, because honestly, it hurts my soul. And they're like leeches. They're like really obsessed with me. And I'm actually kind of creeped out. Like, honestly, when I've like looked at how many people have become obsessed with me, it's become like creepy. Like what I've experienced today as well, it's just honestly, it's really creeped me out. And things like that, when it comes to things like that, like when it comes to men, I get really, really creeped out. Like really creeped out. Like I get really weird. And like I deal with different situations differently. So it's just people are just really obsessed with me. Like I think they are. It is, it's weird. And when I'm looking at them, they're just obsessed. I can't give you another word. I honestly can't give you another word for it. I can't give another. Sorry. That is. Just ignore that for a second. We'll deal with that later on. Any phone calls come through, just give me 2 minutes. If it goes off, it just means calls coming through, but just ignore them. I'm gonna be ignoring them for the next 10 minutes. So what I've learned is this, and this is exactly. I already knew this from the other day, okay, but I did get addicted to coming back on again. So what the end goal really is this. I am doing a podcast, 3 podcasts. Now that's to anybody and everybody. And I've got some things lined up that I'm doing in the next couple of months. Now, I could really do more damage. And honestly, and it's not a good place to be in, especially when you've been bullied, harassed, and you've had to protect yourself in such a way. And when I get like that, I can't stop. It's really, really, really not nice. And I need to be nice to myself. I need to be nice to my surroundings. And I don't want to be surrounded around the people that I've been surrounded around. Because I think it's made me sick. I think they've made me sick. Like, honestly. Right, just just think of this. I'm not in no lives. I'm not nowhere to be seen. I'm not on any of the panels shouting, I'm not saying anything. But I've got a bunch of women that all of them, they're sat there talking about me. And you think to yourself, I'm not even in the comments. I'm not in the room. I'm nowhere to be seen. And it does become frightening because it becomes an obsession. Just like how Just Anne's got an obsession. Like the troll accounts, they have an obsession. It's creepy. And I think I have enough. Enough. Like I know all the names now. I know everything. So in reality is I have enough. So if I was to sit here and keep sitting here, right, and being in this cycle, this never ending cycle, I'm gonna honestly not get better, not do better. And in reality is I'm gonna be worse off. Even though there's all of them bullying one person, me, and have been for months, I'm still gonna be worse off. One, because I'm black, and two, because they can't control me. Three, because I'm confident, and four, because they can never outsmart me. Five, because they're not educated enough, and six, because they're not fast enough. They really spend and will spend their time not being uplifting when in reality I'm not that kind of person. I'm a good person. I'm a nice person, and that's what I'm going to speak into myself because I am a good person. I do show up for others, and I think what they've tried to do to me and tried to create with me is that goodness out of me because they're threatened by it. So if they were threatened by me when I was at my weakest, imagine, because they've never seen me at my best. They've only seen me at my weakest. So they've never really had the opportunity to really have me at my best because I haven't been at my best while I've been having to defend myself with all of them. So it is about me really just working on myself for these next 4 months, having that break and just getting back into me, being better, being a better version than what I was before. And on my return, do the podcast. And yes, they're gonna say lots. But guess what? I don't have to open my mouth at that point because everything's already been put out and I don't owe nobody an explanation. I think we all know why them podcasts why they're gonna be getting done. And that's anybody's allowed to do, that's not a crime. And that's enough. I don't need to say anything. I can come back and I can do whatever I need to do in my space, not be in the drama, and just continue to do the cooking lives and putting out content and block. I've blocked everybody on the Kingdom. I'm gonna go through this account on my main account and block every single one of them, all of them, every single one, even if it brings me down to 17k followers. I'm gonna block them all. I don't want them to be around me ever again. And I'm gonna clean up my space. I promise you, no word of a lie, you will not see me on live until I've made my return. And that's when I've come back from Turkey. And I've sat down and done the podcast. Because there's naught to give now. If I stay online, drain myself out, not eat, do the same thing, there's no point me doing what I'm trying to do to better myself. It doesn't make sense. It's just wasted energy. I could put all that energy into the gym and gain all the weight. So when they call me skinny and stuff like that, I come back and I'm the weight that I know I should be. Because when I say I should be a size 12, I don't, and they think, why does she want to be a size 12? Well, you don't know my body and how it's set out. So even though I'm tall, I'm supposed to have thighs and a fat ass, and my face is supposed to be filled in. But because I've been smoking and doing all the wrong stuff, I've just been not nourishing myself and like thinking about myself. And you would think, oh my God, she's doing like I'm doing lots of stuff and partying, this, that, and even no. I'm sat at my house by myself, honestly. So I can spend this time now motivating myself, and that is honestly the best revenge. So I have spoke to people on here and family members tonight. It is best that I do that and be better for myself. I am a giver. I'm a good person that puts people together. I put out good things. I help people because I've been around all that's been stripped. And basically, who I am is not the person that I've been given out. So I've had protection mode up. I've had, the walls up. Everything is just burning inside. And you just want to scream. And to be honest, right, I am surprised. I'm kind of surprised myself that I haven't gone a bit more further than what I have, to be honest, mouth wise, a lot of the things. So I am kind of proud of myself because I probably would have gone a little bit more deeper. Um, yeah, 100%. And I think a lot of people would are on red to the chairs. But for me, a lot of people tell me a lot of things in confidence. Even people that I'm not even in beef with, that are, off the app, not on the app. And I do think as well that um, they were very jealous of how educated I was. I think, I think me living in car and bringing myself up and being able to do things myself in my life, I think when they've looked in on that, it's burnt them. Even like when they've said things like, Keisha's awareness is really bad, but I know I've given a good awareness. Or when they used to say things like, she thinks she's a solicitor. The reality is, if you really think about it, they were saying them things about me, right, to each other because that's exactly what they thought about me, if you think about it. Because if that's exactly what they thought about me, and that's why they were trying to put me down about it, because when they were on their lives, they didn't know how to orchestrate a life or actually have a conversation. Um, and they don't have the mentality to be able to put the words together, to be able to land. Even Tom, a lot of people say Tom has really good lives, and I'm not mocking Tom or putting him down, but I think I have better lives, Tom. I think I always did. And I think as well, as a man, just a little bit that irritated you. I think a lot of them as well were irritated with the fact of how much of a magician and there's some things right that I have traits of doing which are awesome. It really is. It's always about the timing, and I'm always about the timing. Now, some people they get lots of things messed up. They're quick to out things just like that because they're really excited and that's how they get themselves. But I always say there's a time and a place. So it's not about going full force. Sometimes it's about taking your time. And sometimes not everything as well needs to be outed. And this is what's sad on here now. Um, Everything has to be outed. Everybody has to be ashamed at one point. Everybody's past, unfortunately, has to come crawling back to them. And then, unfortunately, you're then arguing amongst people trying to defend yourself. So it's kind of a toxic place, a never-ending place. And listen to this, right? I'm not gonna lie. I didn't really want to say it, but I'll say it. Right, this person that was messaging me, okay, and she was just sending me positive things, okay, because my head has been so far up with battling these demons. I've never actually really taken time out for the people that actually really do care about me. So let me give you some, let me give you an explanation. She would send me things that were positive, but I'd never receive them. Now, it was never nothing about anything to do with lives or anything to do with anything, okay? And then I had another woman message me, and she sent me a video, and she sent me some other messages. But in that message, right, she was saying something like she wasn't basically getting at me, but she was basically making me realise that I am a kind person, and what's happening is I'm becoming, not that she's telling me that I'm becoming a nasty person or I'm a nasty person, because I'm not a nasty person, but people know that I'm a good person. I know I'm a good person. So if I'm being unkind and I'm reacting back into such a disgusting way, obviously people that know that I'm not that person and I'm kind are obviously going to try and make me see sense to see that I should be kind and not take the bait, because that's exactly what people want me to do. They want me to be unkind and be like that. So I just need to remind myself that I am kind and to be kind. So check this, yeah. Now, I haven't at all really looked at any of the quotes, okay? Because I must just be a selfish person. Yeah, selfish. I've been really selfish. Anyways, right, this person's just blocked me anyways, not today, but they blocked me anyways. And I went back and I looked at what the person had sent me, and then it made me realise how selfish I've been, and I felt really bad. So you need to realise that when you're on lives, or like you're in the drama, or like there's certain individuals that you only should really be caring for, people that actually just care about you, instead of caring about what's being created around you, which is something, honestly, I don't want to be in. I went on my main account, which is this account, right? And I started to look through all the pictures of what I've hid, and I realised that my life has been fantastic. It really has been. And I've unhid a lot of videos that you haven't even seen because I've hid them. And I don't know why I hide my life, or the life that I've actually created for myself, all the memories that I've had, and where I've been in my life. I shouldn't be hiding that because I've accomplished so much. And then when I sat there, it made me realise what I'm actually in and where I've actually come. And I'm disgusted in myself. Honestly, I am. I'm disgusted in myself, not because of what I've done to these, because I will never be sorry, ever. I will never be sorry to any of them, ever. But I'm just disgusted in myself for letting myself go and for carrying this for this long by myself. Honestly, I am. So I need to say to myself, Keisha, you are better than this. And I will come out better than this, than all of them. I don't care what they say to me or what they say about me. I will come out better than them. So I know I said it the other day, and then I ended up speaking to Warrior, and she's like, "Come online," and I've just been online since. I am going to say to Warrior, "Listen, I will support you behind the scenes. I'm there for you, my bestie. Just wait for my return. We'll speak on the phone all the time." But I just cannot be live, not commenting, not coming in the live, not posting anything, just completely go off the map. Completely. I'm so happy that Nick Ventura told me Laura MD's name tonight. That was just the last piece. Like, there's just some things that you won't even realise because, like I said, they don't need to be outed for the fake names on here. They need to be outed for who they are with their real identities. Exactly how they tried to discourage my identity and my name and my reputation. And I have a right to defend myself, whether it would be in the court, whether it's in front of somebody, or whether it's on speaking to somebody about what's actually happened to me and how I literally fell from the ground and how I got out of it. I'll probably speak about this day, the night that I had to sit on live with the viewers and tell them that what I've just been speaking to you about. You have to be 10 steps ahead. My angels came to me tonight as well and said, "Listen, right, there's a lot of people that have also been told to take a step back because they want to watch you be the clown right now." This is what my angel said. So my angel said to me, now this is how powerful, and they're going to be sat there thinking, how does Lakeisha do this? Well, my angel said to me tonight, I said, "Lakeisha, the war is waging." I said, how is the war waging? He said, "Lakeisha, this is exactly what's happening. A lot of people are looking on you right now, okay? And they are documenting and trying to create so it looks like you're bam, 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 okay? They'll fall back and all eyes will be on you, and it'll just be a constant distraction for me to be triggered and then obviously create an atmosphere for something for them to, document." So my angel said to me, "Keisha, this is the time now that you get the fuck away from these demons because they're possessed and they're obsessed over you." And from that, I looked at that, I looked at what them people had sent me, I looked at everything together and I realised I am wasting my energy being around these lot. And if I stay, I'm still going to be in that kind of space. I need to get rid of them and just demolish them from everything. Yes, they are going to say things, probably on my return and with the podcast, but I don't have to say anything. I don't have to go into any lives. I don't have to say anything. Even if somebody comes in the comment, I can just laugh because I've already said what I needed to say. I got the last laugh, that's it. And I will just laugh in their faces and block and mute. And that's it. I don't need them. I don't need it to be in my life. Anybody mentions anything, I'll just block and mute them and not give them a reaction. Block, mute, bye. Don't take any shit and just block and mute. Not give them an explanation, not tell them this, nothing. Just block them. No arguments. No, you're this, no, you're that, none of it. That's it. Sticking to three things: cooking lives, the podcasts going around and doing the podcasts as well. And what Nick Fanciulli does. So do you know when he's like sat there on the screen and it's all professional? That's what you'll see on my return. So it'll be me on my desk with exactly what him and Rob's doing with all the little gadgets. And I hope I don't bloody have any technical issues like Rob, but yes, that's what I'm coming back for. So please, all I need to do is text Warrior. This, because people try to say, well, what's happened to Keisha, because they want to create clout off the back of my name to try and, create atmosphere. I just want them to leave me alone and just, the creeps, the stalkers, they're just obsessed with me. And I need to get this obsession off of my body, how they are. Like, listen, look at Jenny's really good friend, that male Ash, tonight. Okay? If that did not make you realise that I've got two men that she's associated around, really close with, that have been watching me and stalking me, okay? To the point where, listen to the things that he was saying, okay? These are the kind of men that she's around. And I'm creeped out by it because it's weird. And there's things that I need to make sure that I'm doing to protect myself, because it's creepy. Honestly, I'm frightened. So I would say to myself, it's really, like, if anything, I'm going to be telling women on the podcast exactly what Jenny's like. These are the men. It's the a woman. You have to see it like this, right? You have Laura MD, okay, which will be, her name will be produced, not as Laura MD, but obviously people will know it'll be a name, and then AKA Laura MD, exactly who they are. You have to see it like this, right? These women, some of them, have come on here and said things like, I'm in a DV relationship, or I've come out of a DV relationship, I've, been sexually assaulted, or my child's been sexually assaulted. This has happened to me in my life. I've lived in care. I'm on the mental health list. Um, I'm, I was on drugs. Now I'm clean. I was an ex-alcoholic, right? So they've come on the app. They've told everybody the business. So you're telling everybody your business, and this is what you say. But then, maybe a year down the line, 6 months down the line, you'll sit around men, okay, that, and you'll enable them to bully a woman to the point where they don't want to be here, and you want to be a part of that, to the point where you're cult activating yourself, and there's men that are stalking me, watching my lives, watching my every move. Do you not think that that becomes creepy? But I don't have any men in my life. I don't. And if I do, I'm private about what I do, and nobody comes to my house. Nobody's around my space. Nobody's in my bed. Nobody's sitting on my toilet. No one's eating out my house. Like, even if I was meeting a guy tomorrow, he's not coming to my house. Even if he, like, 6 months, 7 months, he's not coming to my house. Because you cannot trust anybody. You can't trust anybody. So, for me, when people say things like, we support DV, do not dox, do not do this, I'm in an abusive marriage, I was on drugs and now I'm not, I'm clean. You can't really say that you protect women, You can't say that you protect children because when Tom trolled a 9-year-old, that wasn't protecting children. When somebody strangles somebody when they're pregnant, it's not protecting children. So there's a lot of things, there's lots and lots and lots of things that a lot of us could say. So what I think is this, none of them that are sat on any of them panels have the right to say anything about anybody, to be honest. The reality is, none of them do. To be honest, like even with Mark, doesn't really matter anymore, really, that he's making a return and coming back. The reality is, it doesn't matter. Do you know why? Because every one of them have done something. Do you know that they've never had a text message out of me of doxing? And I've only ever done it myself out of my own mouth, publicly. Do you know that they've never had me doing being in any of the WhatsApp groups trying to find people? Do you know that they've never caught me trolling? Do you know that they've never caught me on trolling accounts? Because I've never had one. Do you know that they've never actually brought anybody anything to do with me? It's just, all they've ever brought you lot is what I've said out of my mouth on my live. That's it. Nothing else. So I would say it like this. I think for me, they have an obsession and I should take it as a compliment. But because I'm not in the right mind frame, I can't really take it as a compliment. As much as I'm smart, I am really smart, honestly. And I don't mean smart as in brain wise. I mean with just how I am. Okay? I can piss people off. So for me, I would usually laugh and kind of have the life in a trolling way, but just on my live, not behind the fake accounts. But I can't because I'm raging. So I'd love to be sat here smiling and just smile the whole way through. But unfortunately, I couldn't do that. And like I said, I need to get out of this house. I need to get out of my house. I can't, honestly. So tomorrow, I'm signing up to the gym and I'm being at the gym. Going in the morning to TK Maxx. I'm going to go buy some sports stuff and get to the gym and spend my time till I get to Turkey. Because I only have to pay £2,300 left of my teeth. 5,200 the teeth were. I only have 2,300 left to pay. I wish I could pay it all today and go tomorrow. I ain't got the money to put it. I haven't got the money at all. And I haven't been able to afford it to pay it all in one. So I've just been doing installments, which has worked out better anyways. It's not like I'm waiting a year to do it. I've done it in a quick 3 months. So, and honestly, if I lend the money, then what's going to happen to me is when I get there and I've had them done, after I've had them done, I'm going to have that feeling of somebody else has helped me. So it's going to give me the ick. So that's why I'm going to do it all myself. And not one motherfucker is going to, not, no, I don't mean any of you lot. I mean, just anybody that's could potentially help me. Because I want all of it to be me. That I've accomplished that myself. Me. Nobody else. Then at least I can smile with I'd sacrificed that. And like I said as well, today I haven't read the Bible. So I need to just concentrate on whatever. It's going to be hard, honestly. It's addictive. It's addictive, especially when you want to say something like this, that, and the other. And I do really, want to support Warrior. Just try and keep Warrior occupied with the ducks and going over that. Go support Warrior, OG. You know who she is when she's in real life, because, like I said, she's going to need people in there to support her. I don't want them putting her down. She's going to need that support. Remember, she's going away with me as well, so she's going to need um, support over there, and that's the thing. They're getting into her spirit now, so you don't know what anybody's going through either behind closed doors. So she is under Wazza or Warrior 777, Warrior TV 777. Just try and show her some support when you can go through there, or just say to her, get in battles, forget them, wait till Keisha makes a return, think about the positives, and try to make sure she is not going down that road. Obviously, I'm going to be on the phone with her. I'm going to speak to her. I'm going to have a conversation with her properly tomorrow and just say to her, I'm come off. That's it. And it's the time now, guys. I wish you nothing but the best, and I will see you in the next 4 months, guys, okay? Because I don't want to go on the second without going to the next day, okay? I love yous all so much, and I really appreciate yous. And honestly, guys, you won't see me. I'm going ghost. Love you guys, and I really appreciate everybody that supported me. But like I said, this is for the best to better me. So I promise you, I will not be on. I know I said it before, but it's because other people needed my support. I need to get off for the better for me. And I promise you, I will see you all in 4 months. A better version of myself. So please look after yourselves. Private message me if you need to, and I will message you back. But I can. If you send me a live, I will block you. I have to protect my peace. Take care, guys. Love yous, and I'll see you all in 4 months on my return. And listen, if Warrior ends up saying she can't come, she's doing this, she's doing that, and something ends up happening, there will be one space. So if you have got a passport, I will be putting on my story. But anybody that's been close to me and nice, I will put on my story just to say, does anybody want to have a free holiday with me for the week? Okay, just in case that's the last resort, because I can bring somebody with me for free. So you don't need to pay for your flight ticket. Love you guys. Take care.